Flosstube.
Greetings.
I'm Laura.
I'm Joe.
Welcome to the Slovak Farm.
This is the farm where we grow cross stitch.
One stitch at a time. Today is Monday, April 7th. My birthday was yesterday.
Happy birthday to you.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I was sitting really far back from the table. That was awkward. That was awkward. I was like leaning. It was weird. Okay. It is Monday, April 7th. I hope you all had a wonderful week last week.
I hope all of you didn't need floaties.
I certainly hope you don't need flotation devices or storm shelters or both, because needing both at the same time seems terrifying. And the weather has just been absolutely insane. I know parts of Kentucky are still, they're actually waiting for one of the rivers, the Green River in Kentucky. They've got a reporter down there. Weather Channel's got their national reporter down there, and it still has not crested flood stage.
Yeah.
Just a lot of water.
Yeah, the river got, it's probably the worst I've seen it, and thankfully it still had room to go before it became a problem in our area.
I've seen it worse.
But
I
still,
have seen it under that bridge worse.
Yeah, but still, it would have to get much higher before it touched the bridge. Thank God.
I've seen it close.
I'm glad I didn't. That would have been terrifying.
It was terrifying. There's been a couple summers where there has just been water everywhere. Thankfully, we haven't had a real bad one in my lifetime. My mother remembers. My parents remember when we had a really bad flood. But
all I gotta say right now is Mother Nature. Pick a season.
I know, right? Like,
I was
currently 46 degrees. It snowed this morning, and tomorrow for baseball home opening day for Cleveland Guardians home opener, it's gonna be 35.
Okay, let's talk about how angry I was this morning.
I'm sure you were.
Because I had bathroom issues that made me running a little bit late. Then I had to gather stuff up, which I got a little sidetracked, so that took me a little bit. Then I get out to my car, I'm like, okay, I'm actually on. Why is there ice on my windshield? So I had to get out of my car, scrape all the ice off, and then I had to wait for my defroster to remove enough of the fog from my windshield so that I wasn't driving blind.
And thankfully you didn't have any traffic issues, because there was traffic issues everywhere this morning.
No, I was the only one. The only reason I didn't have traffic issues is because all of the police and fire engines were on the other side of the highway, and I don't think they had any left from my side. Because there were 3 cars pulled over, and 1 car with, this is the vehicle, and this is where the blinkers were. And it was facing that way.
Oops.
It was a van.
Black ice was definitely an issue this morning. Pick a season.
Road. The bridges freeze before the road. Please be careful. There's a reason why they keep talking about this, and when it suddenly decides to dip below freezing in April, they don't have the salt out.
Yeah. There you go. Sorry. No, they don't. I'm slightly concerned because my tulips are on the verge of blooming. I'm not entirely sure they're going to survive tomorrow night.
Do we have to go through our plastic bags again?
Well, I'm not.
Normally we do that at the end of the year.
Normally it's not plastic bags. It's old bath towels and...
Oh yeah, that weird sheet thing that I decided to use as a backdrop for streaming.
That's a tablecloth.
But we use those too.
Yeah, we use tablecloths and bath towels. I have to find them if I'm going to try to save my tulips tomorrow night.
God. Here's hoping everybody else's flowers are okay.
Hope we didn't plant anything, because if you did, well, moving along. I didn't plant anything. My tulips have been in the ground since we moved here, and it is what it is. I hate to say that, but if I can find the sheets to cover them, I will. If not, it is what it is. They have survived worse. So yeah.
Okay. I love the weather.
them go with God. There are certain things that are a little bit more resilient than one might think. So, alright, well, yeah, so hopefully you all had a dry, semi-dry, you're not flooded at least, week, and it was a good week. Why don't we shout out our commenters?
Hey y'all, what's up? In Geisophage, June, Teresa, Faja, Bridget, and Andrea. I didn't know he watched my... Geisophage is a friend of mine. Actually, I talked to him now. I gotta go say hi now. Because I haven't talked to him in a little while. Since we had this kerfunkel with the Friday.
Well, yeah, since...
I didn't have the kerfunkel, but the person hosting had the kerfunkel.
Faja, the person hosting, had some issues, and well, okay. Anyways.
Leave it at that.
Moving on.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting. Thank you.
Thank you all so much. Let's move on to whips.
I did stuff. Now I just gotta find enough animes I want to watch so I can keep doing it. I watched an entire anime yesterday while stitching this. They only have 10 to 12 20-minute episodes.
Yeah, well, that's okay. That makes sense.
Yeah. This is Carolyn Manning Designs Ruby from the Student Shooting Star Collection. There we go. And I decided that I wanted to be a maroon. All of the I think this was here, but this, I finished this and this, all of that. This is like the most common floss color, so I decided I'm going to do all of this that's on the page and use that as reference points for the rest of it, so it's a little more mindless stitching. Because that let me watch an anime while I was stitching, which was actually entertaining for me for once.
There you go.
Until I ran out of brain energy to like 8:30 and my brain just said, nope, you're done.
The brain went.
Yeah.
Right. Well, let's talk about my stuff. So for my Sal prompt for...
All of your stuff is amazing.
Thank you, dear. For my Sal prompt for Animals in War Week, I did my Star Touched Meadow January block. And this is on a piece of 16 count white Aida. I did 312 stitches.
I'm helping.
Okay, I worked up in this corner.
Yay!
So there's that.
I'm trying to be a helpful co-host.
Okay.
I mean, this is the first time I've actually been a part of it.
This in there. This. And then I stitch on something with an animal on it. I stitched on long dog samplers, leave a kiss. There's squirrels. There's upside down squirrels. There's actually birds on here too. I just knew the squirrels were on there because that's what I had stitched on there.
You know what I'm surprised about long dog samplers for the project? There are no dogs.
No, she does not have, quite frequently she puts long dogs in her samplers. AKA
Greyhounds. Jinx.
Yes. This is on a custom piece of, I think it's 18 count Aida. Yeah, it's 18 count Aida.
Go up close for the view.
Did 305 stitches on it, all on this side, all in here.
One more close-up view. And here you go.
Thank you. So, and I am doing this in DMC 3607 because I thought that color combination was pretty nifty. Bold of me, but...
Random comment from the husband.
What?
Being married to your local ONS is hysterically awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was like, honey, I'm going to need more of this. She's like, okay, I'll get it for you. Sweet.
I have to order some stuff. I have to order... Oh, it's raining. I have to order some flosses for myself for a friend of mine. I've changed what I'm starting for my January start for cross-stitch weekend. We'll get into that.
And yes, and if you need floss, you can ask her.
Then I started my first birthday start, which was Joan Elliott's Sunflower Fairy. Hello, focus. There you go. Joan Elliott's Sunflower Fairy. And I did this. This is on a piece of 32 count that I dyed last summer for EGA's going to the park dyeing field trip. I used black walnuts to dye this. I did 935 stitches on this. A whip that boosts your morale, a whip that feels safe, and a whip that is a victory for you, because it is a victory. I made 900 stitches on this because I am missing 2 of the 3 blues that are in the skirt.
Ready for a smart comment?
What?
And look! Here's your starting picture.
Okay, smart Alec. They should be here, like, today, tomorrow. They might be out there. I did not check the mail yet.
Do you want me to go do that before it starts to rain too good?
They're in a plastic packaging.
Okay.
So it'll be fine. Okay, and then I used my free pass on something that has 9 lives. A whip that has 9 lives. So there we go. And then I went ham on the monthly. I do not have the cover photo in here with me. I don't know where it's at. If I have a picture on the computer, there will be a cover photo floating over my face. If not, sorry. I took out Nativity for the month of April to work on. Pretty sure I'm going to have Joseph done by the end of the month. I did 1,529 stitches on this. I did 5 monthlies.
Yeah, so I was literally sitting there like, okay, da-da-da-da. Should we tell them the funny one?
I was like, I don't know what... letters. I need letters for the monthly. And we got to K. So this month's word is cruel work. We got to the K, and Joe's like, kings? Wise men? Oh, no, it was W. Because I'm like, W. What do I got that's W? He's like, wise men. And, like, not even gonna lie, when I was trying to figure out a tie-in for the R, the first R, I Googled, are the wise men royalty? In case you're wondering, technically, the answer is not definitive. It does not biblically state that they are royalty, just that they are wise men, magi, and there is no definition of that, and that they come from the east. There is no, like, what they are, who they are, where exactly they're from, and how many of them there are. The general consensus is that there is 3 of them, because of the 3 gifts, gold, frankincense, and myrrh. We call them kings because of a translation thing, but technically they probably weren't kings. If they were, like, royalty, they were minor royalties. They weren't actually kings. Yeah, I did some deep research on this. Ended up down the Google rabbit hole. But anyways, I did 1,529 stitches to Joseph, and...
Is he done?
No, he is not done. I need to finish what he is, the land, like, there's, like, shadowing of what he's standing on underneath here, and then his back stitch, and he'll be done.
Yay! That was really funny because I'm sitting here literally in the middle of a mission in my video game, that I can't pause, sitting there coming up with ideas while I'm trying not to explode. It did. I got the ideas. I did not prevent the explosions. It was funny.
Well, you will have that. So that has been my stitching for the week.
Yay.
I did a lot of stitching on just a few things. Okay.
I'm proud of you for getting so much work done on your kryptonite.
I'm proud of me too. Of course, now I have to go and backstitch the whole thing. I thought about like backstitching because at one point I have his head done, and I thought, well, I could backstitch his head, and then I could do this. Then I thought, no, it's only 2 colors to backstitch with, and I'm just not. It's small enough I can do it all at once at the end.
Well, don't you do that with the pretty ladies? Because there's like 20 back stitches and beads.
It depends on the project. Sometimes
Mirrors,
I backstitch
the
as
mirror
I
pretty
go.
ladies is one thing.
I backstitch as I go on those.
Yeah, well, I thought that was because they're so insane. Not in a bad way. They're just mirrors are higher level projects.
Yes, I guess they are. Alright, let's talk about haul because we had MNG this week.
Can you pause?
Hold, please. Before we do haul, I forgot something.
Please move the mouse so you don't pause the video on us again.
Okay. Before we go haul, I forgot something. I FFO'd my Constellation star that I did at EGA last month. The bottom and I kind of fought a little bit, getting it to look nice. I'm not sure who won.
We all did because it's pretty.
Yes, okay. Haul.
Well, I got, this is from Waxing Moon Designs, a pair of designs to help with the Wicked in Halloween. Wicked Stitches 163, I think is what it's called. Okay, the top one says, well-behaved children welcome, the rest will be turned into toads. And the other one is, Wicked is as Wicked does.
Okay.
And then this is, Cherish Stitches, enter if you dare.
Says enter if you dare. Very nice. Okay, now we go through my pile of haul. I got birthday presents. So I got, from Lila Studios, it's called Bless Us. It is the prayer us Catholics say before we eat. And funny story, I don't know if my nieces still watch our videos. When my youngest niece, my twin, was an itty bitty, she would say, bless us, O Lord, and it came out as Princess Aurora. And we all giggled because it sounded really funny. Alright, and then I picked up, it is not the full collection of the songbirds from Cottage Garden Samplings. It is missing 9 and 2. Yes, 9 and 2. I don't know if I'm going to do them all, but I kind of got about halfway through. I got tired of standing there looking at them, and I'm like, I'm just going to take the whole pile. Because when I do the ones I want, they're going to go back there anyways. So there you go. Okay, and then birthday present from the Joey.
Not gonna lie, she picked it out. And ladies, if you want crafting supplies, buy them for your poor husband and just tell him to wrap it. Because in all honesty, we don't know what we're doing in there.
Yes. So when we went to Cincinnati a couple weekends ago, we stopped at Dye Mad Yarns in Columbus, in Cebus. This colorway is called Hockey Mom. She based it on the Columbus Blue Jackets colors. Of course, I have to get that. Get that out of my face. And then while we were wandering around the shop, I found some cute little stitch markers that are in the shape of Ohio. And I Joe found a couple cute stickers.
Of course, they involve the F word.
That involve the F word. This one says, off I'm stitching. This one is I'm stitching. This one is I'm crocheting. I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do with those yet because I have a feeling those might create a controversy if I put them on my cup that I take with me everywhere. And then my nieces sent me an Amazon package with some gifts in it. This is a diamond painting kit that has their refrigerator magnets of all different shapes. There's quite a few. I didn't get all of them out.
Oh my god.
Yeah, there's a decent pile here.
It looks like a kaleidoscope screenshot session.
It says there's 12 in here. I'm pretty sure, yeah, there's 12. So there's a bunch, you know, and the kit, the toolkit, the shiny, sparkly diamonds. These are the like sparkly ones.
So sparkly!
Sparkly. Yes.
I had to.
Right, go back in there.
No, I don't want it!
Then they also got me a windowsill lavender grow kit. So you grow the lavender in a jar of dirt. Yes, there's a jar of dirt in here. Lavender seeds and fertilizer, and you grow the lavender in the jar of dirt.
Somebody kind of reenacted a scene from one of the
certain
Irish
movie.
movies.
I got a jar of dirt. Okay. Yes, I had to do it.
And I got it on film.
So that's all. So that's all. Okay, plans.
I have no idea.
Okay. Fair enough. Alright. So, our weekly theme is Temple Grandine. I don't know if I'm saying the last name right. Mary Temple Grandine was basically the first person diagnosed with autism, and she was born in 1947. April is Autism Awareness Month, so she being one of the first people to kind of be diagnosed with autism and has really done a lot to promote autism awareness, because autism is not caused by vaccines, folks. So we're doing we're doing a weekly for her in Autism Awareness Month. Okay. So
We need the list of prompts.
I have the list of prompts.
No, the list of there we go. That's
I have one thing that I have not worked on that is not one of my new starts. So, stitch on a piece you can relate to a book. We can come back to that one, because I know that one's going to be challenging. Stitch on a piece that is calming to you.
Dog is in the garden.
Okay, Jen wants me to do Romping in the Sunflowers by Lindy Stitches.
Okay, tell me watching your dog playing in the garden would not be calming.
Yes. So that's my new start for the week. Sorry, my tablet decided to bloop off. Okay. Stitch on a piece that has something round. The sunflower is round, yes.
Sorry, my mouth malfunctioned.
Okay. Stitch on a piece depicting a farm or farm animals.
Sunflower seeds could be grown on a farm.
Sunflowers do grow on a farm.
And they are in a line, so they could be, technically a garden is a small farm.
Yes. Stitch on a piece of choice and tell us who inspires you.
And you know, do that one on Winter Quaker. Cheat. Right? Because it's hard to fit on a prompt.
It is. So, and then we'll use the past for the book. Because I could do something that could relate to a book, but...
Yeah. How to grow a sunflower.
Well, yeah, there's plenty of gardening books. Okay. So, let me show you the rest of the birthday starts. We have Flory in the Morning by Crossed Wing Collection. Happily Ever After by Glory B. And Female Red Geisha. I think the name of the company would be Needlework Arts World. No count cross stitch.
You know what I gotta say is?
What?
I got it for all the prompts. I got it for all the
This
prompts.
is true. There's a website on the back of here. I may go look them up and see what else they still have. All right. I have changed plans for my July cross stitch weekend start. I was going to start my Dimensions Santa kit. That's the Santa going. I've decided to put that off because over the weekend I found out that a friend of mine that I Zoomed with, that a lot of people in the stitching world knew, Laura King, passed away very suddenly from very aggressive cancer. So our friend group decided we were going to start Tiny Towns during July's cross stitch weekend. We're going to start Tiny Town Nativity. She loved the Tiny Towns, and we all kind of thought Nativity fit her best. So we're going to start Tiny Town Nativity. I will get the Santa started at some point. Someday when I'm feeling a new start, I'm just going to pull him out and start him, because I have had him for a while, so I need to start him. But decided to change plans a little bit to honor my friend. So that's plans. So we've done it all. Yay! What would we like the people to do?
Please like, comment, subscribe, bell notification, all the YouTube stuff and things. Comment below. I don't know. No, literally, just for the funny of it, literally comment I don't know down there, please. Please, make me laugh. Give me a laugh.
Okay.
And you can tell me, you can put a star next to everybody who commented that next time.
Excuse me. Sorry. We hope you all had a wonderful time with us this week. We hope you were entertained. We hope you come back next week. We hope you have a great week this coming week, and we will see you all next week.